All right. Well, this is VideoGameLads, our first ever, Let's Play, and it's on Deus Ex Human Revolution. Now, this is the first time we're doing a VideoGameLads, so I guess we should explain what VideoGameLads is going to be before we get really into discussing the game. And I guess what VideoGameLads is going to be me and Ice Bear.
Hi there. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. I should have told you that you should have said something, but anyway,
hey.
Yeah, it's going to be me and you just talking about games together and what we think of them, and yeah, it's just going to be regular Let's Plays, but with me and Ice Bear, or with me and Mad Dragon, or me and Mad Dragon and Ice Bear, or whoever else. It's going to be a very casual thing where we just sit and talk about games that we enjoy. So
there's a wide variety of delicious possible combinations. Your mouth should be watering right now.
Yeah, there's plenty of them. So I guess we should. That's basically it, really. It's just the whole channel is set up to talk about games. Here are the games. That's it. I think that's basically it. Yeah. So I guess we should talk about the game.
Yeah.
Unless you've got something else to talk about, VGL.
Not off the top of my head, but it might pop up later.
Yeah. Alright.
So this is our exposition to the story and the environment. So we've got sinister corporate man talking to a lot of voice-masked individuals about something very vague.
Yeah, this is actually, if you replay the game and you look at what's being typed, it actually is a sort of foreshadowing thing because of what they're typing about and the messages that they're saying. It actually is foreshadowing events, and it's not just for the sake of being there. So I thought that was pretty cool.
No, yeah, I like that. I also liked the difficulty settings. Tell me a story, I'm ready for a challenge, and give me Deus Ex or something like that.
Yeah, although give me Deus Ex, that if you actually translate Deus Ex, I think it's like, what does Deus Ex mean? It's like God of, and I think Machina means a machine, so it's God of the machine, but if Deus Ex isn't a complete sentence, so it's give me God of, or something like that. Nice. Yeah, but well, we all know what they mean, so it's
with all due respect, Major,
reference to the series, not the actual word.
Waiting for us on the tarmac.
Yeah.
No.
And this is our hero, Adam Jensen.
Yep. Voiced by
I'm glad you
Elias Dufekis or something like that. He's got a difficult to pronounce last name. Elias, I think his first name is anyway.
Something wrong?
He's actually,
me, it isn't.
at first, I didn't like his voice. I thought he was trying way too hard to be a gruff, macho guy who sounds like he's got gravel in his throat, but that's his real voice.
That was different.
I did not know that.
All just theories.
I thought that was amazing when I actually found out that he was using that voice because it's his normal voice.
So
that's
impressive. I want
impressive.
to know how I found it.
And I was 100% more okay with the voice because it's just his normal voice. It's not putting it on.
Can't hold that against him.
Yeah, exactly.
Before we leave. You and your team ready to go, Megan?
Almost, David. We're just rechecking data.
Yeah.
Well, make it snappy.
So this guy, he's actually your boss, because Adam Jensen is the head of security at Saraf
Industries.
Saraf Industries,
I think.
Yeah, that's it. And they are an augmentation company who, specialize in augments and all that. Also,
yes, which is like a biomechanical or robotic enhancement to the human body.
Just real quick, if you actually spend a lot of time in this area and explore everything, you actually get an achievement for that. And not many people have that achievement. I looked it up on Steam, and only about 6.9% of all people have it. So, yeah, if you're going to play this game, there you go.
I think I did spend quite a while in this room. Like, I read all of those emails and tried to interact with everything that was around. I may have that achievement, I don't know. But
Also, I should tell people what version of the game I'm playing. There are two versions of this game. There's one called Deus Ex Human Revolution, which is the normal version, and then I think in 2013 they announced a new version called Deus Ex Human Revolution Director's Cut. It was originally made to be exclusive to the Wii U. Then they realized the Wii U's not selling at all, so they decided to put it on basically everything. The differences between those are the Missing Link DLC comes with the Director's Cut built in, and it also is it also has more options to tackle boss fights and all that. But I'm playing the vanilla version of Deus Ex Human Revolution, not because I prefer it or because it's got less bugs or anything like that, but just because it's got a smaller file size and it's easier to download. So I'm playing that. So there will be a few moments where I will have to fight a boss and I will have to kill them, whereas I believe in the director's cut version you don't have to kill them. You can actually sneak by them or stealth, you know, just have more options to tackle them. That's sort of
interesting.
Stuff. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I understand why you went for this version. It's not a huge difference anyway.
Yeah, I had to stop the recording there for a moment. Sorry about that.
That's alright.
Yeah, now, this actual section here as well, like, much like the opening cutscene where I said there's lots of foreshadowing in there, that's the same thing here. When you replay this game and you look at all the stuff that's happening in this section, it has a whole new element to it. Because when I first went through this game, I sort of just ignored everything, but yeah, it does have something cool to it.
It's very Half-Life-y, to be honest.
Yeah, it does have that sort of vibe going on, where you just gotta go to work and have an average day before everything goes to hell.
But there's also like hints and exposition throughout as well, and also scripted events kind of like this.
Yeah, this is a good one right here. It's showcasing the Typhoon, which is an upgrade you can actually get later on. And it is awesome. There's actually one boss, like I think the third boss or fourth boss, one of them, where you can actually completely annihilate him with that because the AI just messes up. It's brilliant.
You're right. The teacher would just love having one of those things.
You're missing the point.
Yeah, right now they're just talking about who these augmentations are for and what they're useful for, because this is set before Deus Ex, the original. So so even in the first Deus Ex game, people weren't very accepting of people with augmentations, and now that we're earlier on in the timeline, people are even less accepting of it, and they're more, you know, afraid of it. And there's the whole "are you messing with human nature" sort of thing going on, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of sort of moral debate and background to most of this game's story. It's what drives it along, to be honest.
I forgot to leave her a key so she can walk Kubrick. He's coming back, you know. Keeps knocking over all my plans.
I do like how great they sort of interact. Adam and Megan, I think her name is. They interact with each other like actual people for the most part, and I think that's pretty cool.
Also true, yeah.
Oh, this. Hold on.
Good evening.
That guy. I hate him. And
There's Farida.
What did you think of Pritchard?
See you at the helipad.
He annoyed the hell out of me early on.
Yeah. I'm exactly the same. Although, this section right here, it is a very small conversation they have between each other. That seems actually pretty natural, but they also give a lot of information to the player. So, right now, he's making fun of us for being an ex-cop, and then Jensen goes ex-SWAT, and also tells him that he'd be surprised. That means, that gives us information that, oh, he's an ex-cop? Well, sorry, he's ex-SWAT, he knows his way around a computer, and he's, you know, pretty adept at it, whatever. And, you know, and that they also have some, you know, bad blood between them, that they sort of not like each other. That also with the whole "did I interrupt something" thing, that also shows that between Megan and Adam there is a sort of relationship there, or at least tends towards it.
They used to be together, didn't they?
I believe so, yeah. Something like that.
I think they're like exes. Because she, like with the fence, she said, like you said you were always going to. I think that was,
yeah.
Yes, sir. Capitol Police will
I think you're right, yeah. So there's a lot of like little things that they say that seem very natural, but also at the same time give lots of information to the player, which is great for this sort of introduction.
very nuanced without
Yeah.
like saying, "I hope our relationships don't become strained and everything goes to shit," which
Yeah.
would be the lazy way of foreshadowing.
Exactly, yeah. It's really difficult when writing, it's really difficult to try and give information of the player's history of the player character's history to the player without it being weird and forced. Like, I don't go to you and talk about, like, "Hello, Cameron, do you remember when you did that thing? Wasn't that great?" "Yes, it was." And stuff like that.
We have a lasting bond.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, right,
so this is like the first gameplay section, I guess.
Yeah. 0451. That is the Looking Glass code. I don't know if you know what that is, but basically in every sort of Looking Glass style game, like BioShock, System Shock, Dishonored, what else was there? You know, well, Deus Ex as well. They have the code 451 or 0451. And it is in all those games, and it is brilliant. Yeah, we just saw it using 0451 to enter that little area, and that was cool. There's actually a lot of games that have that code, like, you know, BioShock Infinite has one keypad at one point, and that's just so that they can have the 0451 code in it.
Yeah. Did you just shoot one of the researchers?
Maybe. Also, if you notice a difference in quality, I was recording it with NVIDIA GeForce Experience, but it was being very iffy with frame rate, so I had to swap over to DxTory. So if you notice a difference in quality, that's why.
Okay.
And here we are, being introduced to the bad dude.
As you can see, that person's got augmentations which allow them to throw people around and shoot them pretty easily.
Yep. Unfortunately, we don't get the augmentation ever to have a machine gun put into our arm. I feel
that'd be really handy.
Yeah,
I don't understand how
be.
he reloads it, to be honest. Does he just like take bullet suppositories or something?
God, I don't know. I didn't bother asking.
Well, now we're just gonna have to assume that.
Yeah, I guess so. Right, so
and this is where stealthing very quickly makes an appearance.
Yes, and I'm going to do the tried
Lots
and
of
true
twirlies.
Yeah, he does do lots of those. He is very extravagant when it comes to jumping through corners or past little areas. Like, he will do lots of flips and twirls and all sorts of things that are just end up making it look like he'll create more noise than he should. It's a bit weird. And
surprising that he didn't see you there.
He did. See, he's going to investigate.
Well, he was unsure.
Yeah. I guess
well
he's
done.
just...
I'd never managed to stealth past that room. I did actually try on multiple attempts and ended up just having to shoot him.
That was the first time I've ever stealthed through that game, which is weird since
nice.
Normally when you're recording a game, you get worse at it rather than better. Also
yeah.
I wanted to see if they could see me through that glass or if they were stupid, but no, they can actually see it. I thought that was impressive.
Intelligent AI.
Yeah.
Well, sort of. I mean, it's implied anyway.
Yeah. Because most games, they sort of treat like glass windows as a wall, and they don't bother to change it, so they can't see you, even if you're like, you know, just taking cover and dancing in front of it.
Yeah, like it makes sense to us that they would be able to see us through there, but the way it's treated in the coding is not necessarily, accurate.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I don't think I ever got to shoot that one. So that was another assailant who's been augmented.
Yeah. Yeah, she's pretty bad, and she's actually got an augment that we can get. She's turning invisible here, and we can get that augment to turn invisible as well, which is pretty good. So I like those sort of things where bosses have augments that we can also get, and also screw stealth because I don't want to be bothered.
Yeah, I was gonna say that didn't last long.
Well, I'm going to still try and stealth certain sections, not all of them, but just certain ones.
I guess the context with this situation is kind of different anyway, because you're under attack.
Yeah, they did just
from
blow
these,
up a wall.
Yeah, these strange individuals, and they're not making any attempts to be stealthy about it.
Yeah.
So
the other ones,
really,
they
it's
just
more
came
of a
down
confrontation.
the stairs, and they were just sort of looking around. But these ones, they're like, blow up a wall, go in there, kill everyone.
Yep.
Yeah, but my whole plan of tackling this game in terms of like stealthy or combat is going to be, I'm going to be stealthy for as long as possible and then shoot my way out if that fails. Also, right here, when you get a look at Jensen, fuck, that looks painful. He's a real trooper though, slapping his hand, slapping that dude's hand out of him, even though he's like barely alive. Oh shit! Did you see his eyeball? It was like fully red. That was messed up.
Glass in the hand there as well.
Yeah.
He's not had the best of times.
No, he has not.
CT probe shows the bullet caused severe hematoma. We need to repair that artery.
And here we get shot in the face, just like, oh Christ. Actually, that reminded me of Fallout New Vegas, when you get shot in the face at the intro in that.
Yeah, shots to the face. Now that I've been exposed to more sort of contemporary media, seemingly not as lethal as I assumed it were.
Yeah, they just sort of like, patch him up, he'll be good.
Yeah.
Stay with us.
Then again, in a lot of game intros, it seems like no matter what the protagonist goes through, like, they can survive it. Like, in Mass Effect 2, Commander Shepard, she gets thrown into space and gets her brain, like, liquefied from it and blows up. Yeah, she just gets cloned and comes back alive.
Oh, well, that's kind of different, because that's cloning.
What?
Like, that's not, like, the physical
Actually, I
entity
don't know.
survive.
Is Commander Shepard a clone in Mass Effect 2, or is she just, you know, sort of come back alive? Because in Mass Effect 3, they do ask her, you know, what was it like being dead, and I don't know, it's weird.
Oh, I don't know how they saved the consciousness at all. But to be honest, I haven't played Mass Effect 2.
Oh, okay. Also, that bit there, where he screams out in pain, I feel like, shouldn't he be, you know...
Sedated.
Yeah, he should be sedated. He shouldn't be feeling that. That's messed up. This section here actually reminds...
I was just explaining that that you've been badly beat up by this merc with all the enhancements and then shot in the face to boot.
Yeah.
So what's happening now is that a lot of medically necessary augmentations are being made, but also not entirely necessary ones.
Yeah. Actually, I think later on in the game they explained that they actually chopped parts of you off that were still good, just so that they could put more augmentations on you. All right, that's the end of the first part. So, thanks for sticking around, everyone. Hope you enjoyed it. When we come back, we'll be on to part 2. See you then.